I'm Jeff Altman, the Big Game Hunter. I'm referred to as the Big Game Hunter because I've been hunting down leaders and staff for organizations for 40 plus years. I'm going to begin a series of interviews, a series of videos, I should say, on phone interviewing. I tried to do a podcast on Monday with a simulcast to YouTube, but for some reason my phone cut off. No, I wasn't using my cell. I was actually using a landline, and my phone cut off for some reason. Thank you, Charter Communications. And as it turned out, the video didn't record at all. So I'm going to begin a series to cover some of the material I did on that video. So phone interviews are easier and harder than face-to-face ones. They're harder in that you have no visual cues to go by. They can't see how handsome you are or what a great wardrobe you have, and they're not influenced by that. They only have your voice to go by. On the other hand, it's easier in that they can't see that you have any notes out to remind you of points. Or if they ask you a question, you can't jot it down to make sure that you stay on point. Again, you just have your voice to work with. Now, there are two types of phone interviews, as I do this series, I'm going to differentiate between the different types. Excuse me there for a second. And today I'm just going to cover the basic of a phone interview that comes in out of the blue. You know, someone found your resume on your profile on LinkedIn. They found your resume up on a job board. And I'm going to cover today the first basic point of what to do in a situation like that. So they call you up out of the blue, and I'll pretend I'm the caller here. And they say, hi, is this Steve? Hi, Steve. My name is Jeff Altman. I'm a recruiter. I saw your resume on fill-in-the-blank name of the job board, or I found your profile on LinkedIn. I'm doing a search for a client. Want to have a chance to chat with you. Is this a good time? Jeff, it actually isn't a great time. I'm about to go into a meeting. I have a call that's scheduled for 5 minutes from now. I want to make sure I can speak with you. Can we schedule a time to speak? Sure. And you schedule the appointment. And then you continue by saying, before we speak, could you tell me about the role that you have in mind for me? And then they talk with you about it. Why is this such a useful approach to take? Real simple. To me, it's so important you know what the target is that they're looking for, that trigger them to make the call to you, so that you can proactively address this, as opposed to guessing. And by guessing, I mean just simply talking about what you've done without being able to talk about what you've done that matters to them. And there's a difference between the two. The first one is just talking and talking and talking, and you have no idea what it is that they're trying to find out from you, except what you can attempt to ascertain from the nature of the question or the pattern of the questions that they're asking you. On the other hand, if you just flat out ask them, you know, which makes more sense. Knowing, of course. And I'll go the extra step of saying, if you were a consultant walking in to meet a client for the first time who was interested in engaging your services, you wouldn't just walk in and say, so let me tell you what I've done, and speak to them in that way. Instead, you'd walk in, sit down and say, tell me about what your issue is and how you think I might be able to help you. That's the same approach you need to take with an interview. So again, don't get caught short when someone calls you up out of the blue, because you may be preoccupied. You're certainly not going to be prepared. And if it's an employer, you definitely want to do this. Schedule a time to actually speak. Even if they say, I've got a busy afternoon today. Can I just get a couple of minutes with you? And just simply, again, repeat. I have a meeting I'm going to go into in the next 5 minutes. I want to just make sure I can give you great attention, and I just don't think I can do it now. It's not like they're not going to do this. It's just they're feeling kind of pressed, and they're trying to press you. So, your goal is to get yourself in the door. And the best way to get yourself in the door is to demonstrate to them how you fit the role. Being caught off guard isn't the best way. Schedule a time to speak. So this is Jeff Altman. I hope you found this video helpful. If you did, you're watching on YouTube, share it, leave a comment, click the like button. Do something that lets people know this is a worthwhile video. Now, Next, I want to encourage you to come over to my website, which is jeffaltman.com. Sign up for a complimentary subscription to No BS Job Search Advice e-zine, which is published weekly with advice for job hunters good anywhere in the world. Read articles I've written for the e-zine, watch my other videos on YouTube, or you can watch them at YouTube at my channel, which is The Big Game Hunter TV, all one word, The Big Game Hunter TV. Listen to podcasts of my radio shows, which are called No BS Job Search Advice Radio and Job Search Radio. I do two shows. Job Search Radio is on webtalkradio.net. No BS Job Search Advice is on Blog Talk Radio. And you can listen to each of them in iTunes, Player FM, Stitcher, Spreaker, the BlackBerry Store, any number of podcast networks my show's carried in. Also, search positions I'm recruiting for. You can post your resume to more than 50 sites from mine. Easy to work with, career builder links, just a lot of good content and information. So come over to jeffaltman.com and go explore it. A few final things. First of all, if you have a question about job search, call me through liveperson.com, where I'm a job search expert and career coach. Next, if your firm's trying to hire someone, send me an email at the address below. Let me know who to contact and whether I should mention your name. I'd love to help your firm staff positions. If we're not already connected on LinkedIn, send me a connection request at linkedin.com/IN/the Big Game Hunter. You can find my email address in the summary section of my profile. You can send me the connection request directly without using one of your in-mails to do so. Finally, if you're interested in personal coaching from me, contact me through VIPpersonalsearch.com. I'd love to help you, because frankly, the work I do as a coach has helped many, many people find work much faster than without the coaching. So this is Jeff Altman. Hope you have a great day. Take care.